Hello and welcome back to another Project Sekai General Guide, and today we're talking about a highly requested topic, being event team building. Event team building is something that kinda goes hand in hand with my content, considering, I'm all about event guides. Some players might be rolling their eyes at such a guide because they think team building is easy, but I've gotten many requests to explain the ins and the outs of team building, and it's not something easy to grasp for new players just joining the game. Hence, this guide is for new players and players who might not really have a clue on how they should build their event teams to maximize their event token gained and their event points gained. But if you're already aware of how to build an event team, you don't have to watch this guide, as it is for people who want help with their event team building. The first thing we will start off with is event roster. If you're a viewer of the channel or have played a few events, you will have noticed the ever-rotating roster for each event, and the ever-changing attribute. These are the main points that set each event apart. Except, story, but that doesn't affect the event team building now, does it? There are two major types of events: marathon events, aka permanent events, and Cheerful Carnivals, aka limited events. These does not impact how event teams are built, but they affect token gain. More on that later though. There are two types of story events: unit focused and mixed events. These events can be both major types and does affect team building. The goal in any event is to build the strongest team with the highest event bonus possible. This is done by matching the event focus characters to the event attribute. Hence, characters can give different amounts of event bonus depending on how well they match the event. If a character is outside the focus group and attribute, they will give 0% bonus at mastery rank 0. If it's either the correct character or the correct attribute, not both at once, the character will give 25% event bonus at mastery rank 0. And if it is the correct character in the correct attribute, the event bonus will be 50% at mastery rank 0. So it's a game of matching focus characters to attributes and building the best team. But what characters are focus? Well, this is where the two types of story event comes into play. Unit focused event, as the name implies, are story event focused on one of the 5 original units in Sekai. If you're wondering about Virtual Singer, they have only had 3 events, all special cases. During these events, all 4 of the unit members have the extra 25% bonus because they are focus characters, but it also includes all 6 of the Virtual Singers. These are the unit-specific Virtual Singers, as each unit has a set of Virtual Singers that are unique characters from each other and must be considered such. When inspecting a card, you can see which unit it belongs to by the unit logo above the card art. So as an example, during a Leonid focus event, Ichiga, Saki, Honami and Shiho will of course give the 25% character bonus, but also Leonid Miku, Leonid Rin, Leonid Len, Leonid Luca, Leonid Meiko and Leonid Kaito will also give that 25% character focus bonus, with all other unit virtual singers and band members of other units not giving any of that 25% character bonus. There is one exception to this rule, being the blank or unitless Virtual Singer cards, alternatively known as the Virtual Singer tagged cards. This includes things such as birthday cards, 7 Deadly Sins, Colorfest and release cards. They are indicated by the Virtual Singer logo instead of a unit logo on the card display screen. During an event, these counts as a 15% bonus for the character instead of a 25% bonus, meaning that if they are in the right attribute for the event, they will grant a 40% bonus instead of a 50% bonus. Mixed event, on the other hand, play by a slightly different set of rules. During mixed event, there will only be 5 focus characters instead of the 10 available unit characters for a unit focus event. The 5 focus characters for a mixed event can come from any unit, as the name implies. This means that there doesn't need to be a virtual singer in the event at all, such as in the event at this festival tinged in twilight and an unmissable spirited affair. It also means that there can be more than one virtual singer as a focus character during a mixed event. But if there is a virtual singer, they will have a specific unit, just like they do during a unit event. And just like a unit event, the virtual singer characters are unique and have to match both unit and attribute to get the 50% bonus. Unlike unit events though, only the focus virtual singer can give the 50% bonus, as other virtual singers in the same unit will not grant the 25% bonus for matching the character. This is also true for other unit versions of the focus virtual singer. They will not either give the 25% bonus and therefore cannot grant a 50% bonus. And because mixed events only allows for the 5 focus characters to grant the 50% bonus, this also means that only the focus virtual singer, if there is one, is able to grant the 40% bonus if they are unitless and can match the attribute of the event. Everybody on board so far? Very good. So now we know how the 2 event types work with focus characters. But how do we know which characters are focus for each event, seeing as it rotates? One way is to watch my show before you summon, which is a shameless plug. You should even subscribe so you get every new episode when it's uploaded. We are super close to 10,000 subscribers, so if you could subscribe and ring the bell, I would be ever grateful. But back to the guide. Another alternative is the in-game announcement that is done one day before the event start. This announcement lists all the focus characters and the attribute for the event. And after the event starts, you can see it in the team editor page, listed in the bottom left corner. During unit events, it will be listed as the unit's logo with the associated attribute to the right. While during mixed events, the icon of the 5 focus characters will be displayed in the little bar. If there is a virtual singer, it will have its unit belonging indicated by the color of the ring around their portrait. Blue is Leonid, green is More Jump, red is Vivid Bad Squad, orange is Wonderland Showtime, and purple is Nightcore 25. So now we know how the events work, and we know who is in the event. So how do you actually build a team? Like I said at the start of the video, the aim is to build the strongest team with the highest event bonus. Hence, you should aim to build a team using matching 3-star cards and 4-star cards. 2-star cards in emergencies. But what about the 1-star cards, I hear you cry? And 1-star cards are fine if you're just starting out the game, as your options will be severely limited. But as you get good card selection and upgrade cards, 1-star cards, even at 50% bonus, will be outmatched. This is because talent and mastery rank event bonus calculations, so taking it all into account, this is an example of a maximized Wonderland Showtime Mysterious team. And once again, I hear you asking, but you have an Emu 4-star card in the Mysterious attribute. Why are you using the 3-star card? Shouldn't the 4-star be more powerful? And this once again comes back to the concept of talent and mastery rank. In calculations of event points, both event bonus and talent is considered in the game's logic. Mastery ranking cards both increases a card's talent, but also its event bonus. The event bonus gained per mastery rank is according to this chart. Of course, 4 stars gain the highest event bonus per mastery rank, as they are the most expensive to upgrade, but at M5, 3-star cards have a 55% bonus if they are the correct character and the correct attribute. This means that a Mastery 5 3-star card have 5% more event bonus than a 4-star card. So for a 4-star card to make up for the 5% event bonus difference between a Mastery rank 5 3-star card and a Mastery rank 0 4-star card is roughly 6,000 talent. In the example I showed you, the 3-star Mastery rank 5 Emu is only 3,000 talent weaker than the 4-star counterpart. This means that the 3-star card actually gives more event bonus and therefore more event tokens on each song than its 4-star counterpart. This is why a lot of the time a Mastery rank 5 3-star card might be stronger than a Mastery rank 0 4-star card. This is also why the 1-star cards get outpaced by other cards. This means that a Mastery rank 5 3-star card needs 24,000 more talent than a 1-star card to make up for the 20% event bonus loss if the 3-star card has the wrong attribute or is the wrong character in the correct attribute. And this is actually not especially difficult if you've started to level up your decorations, your plants, and your unit decorations, as 1-star cards will very quickly get outpaced. You can decide for yourself if you pick the same unit or character but in the wrong attribute, or the right attribute but the wrong character for the event when you fill out a 1-star slot. But my suggestion, if you can't decide, is to pick your strongest talent character so you match as much event bonus as possible. It is also worth mentioning another point against the 1-star cards is that the stronger cards also give you higher overall score in solo and co-op lobbies, which in turn gives you more resources. If you wish to optimize even further, you can change which card you have in the leader position. It is a very small optimization, but it is an optimization nonetheless, and hence I will mention it, but using a leader with the highest score bonus is the best for event bonus gain, especially if you're tiering. But this is such a minuscule optimization that if you're casually playing or you're aiming for something like T5000, I would not consider doing this. This is more specifically tied to tiering team building, which is a whole nother Pandora's box to open, and hence I will not talk about it in this episode and instead will save it for whenever I make a tiering guide. So if you're not tiering, I would suggest that you pick your favorite character as the leader. Or, alternatively, you swap the leader around to level up different trust ranks. Of course, you don't have to follow this guide to a T. If you have an Oishi or a character you stan, you can always put them in any and every team if you so want to. But for new players, I do suggest actually playing a few events optimally to get resources and cards before you stray from the citation mark beaten path. By this I mean getting a few cards leveled up, getting mastery rank, getting different character ranks up to higher levels, and leveling up your decorations and plants so you really can put in your favorite character without getting hampered too much. With that, we've actually talked about most things you have to think about during event team building. So let's wrap around to a thing I mentioned at the start of the video. Why do you earn more tokens during a Cheerful Carnival co-op room? Because there is a noticeable difference between the tokens you earn during a permanent marathon event and a limited Cheerful Carnival event when playing co-op rooms. This is because during a Cheerful Carnival you will be given a flat amount of extra points per 25 HP up to a maximum of 1000 HP. This makes a pretty noticeable difference even if it is a flat amount applied before all of your event bonus calculations. And this is also why you can notice such a big difference between a song where you died in a Cheerful Carnival and a song where you had above the 1000 HP max. Hence, during Cheerful Carnivals, it's good to play songs on difficulties where you know you can stay at the 1000 starting health, or use healers as leaders during Cheerful Carnivals to help eventual mistakes you might make during the song. And this is of course why you can get such vastly different amount of token between marathon events and Cheerful Carnivals, or even between different songs in Cheerful Carnivals. So to summarize what we've learned, your goal is to build the strongest team. I think everyone was aware of that fact. This team should aim to match the focus characters and attributes as well as possible. Build your team using 3-star cards and 4-star cards primarily. 2 stars in emergencies. Never use 1-star cards if you're not a new player. Instead, use Mastery Rank 5 3-star cards or 4-star cards of the same attribute or the same character unit. Remember, 6,000 talent equals 5% event bonus. Hence, 3-star cards might be stronger than your 4-star cards. To further optimize, put your highest scoring card. But rewards are minimal for doing this, so Kizuna rank and show leader points might be better for you as a player. And finally, during Cheerful Carnivals you get a flat boost based on health. Hence, it can be worth considering playing safe and putting a healer in front to get more token gain. But with that, I have summarized how you should build your event teams to get the optimal amount of event points and tokens. Of course, there are more ways to build teams, such as encore teams, sandbag teams, and filler teams. But these types of teams are more heavily tied to hardcore tiering rather than the standard player's experience. And tiering will need its own video, as it is a massive topic with a lot of complex calculations and different things that need to be explained for the casual player. But for now, in the comments, tell me, did my explanation clarify things about the event team building, and is there any event you're excited to see a Before You Summon episode on? As always, I am idle ear and try to read every single comment as I see them. And while you're down there typing your comment, please take a moment to subscribe, ring the bell, leave a like, and share this with a friend who has just started playing Project Sekai and is struggling with building their event teams. And with that, I want to thank you for making it to the end of the video. As always, I would be nothing without you guys' support, so give yourself a pat on the back for helping me. And with that, I will not keep you any longer. Let's get out of here for now.